This video is sponsored by Squarespace. If you need a website, a domain or an online store, then make it with Squarespace. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video in my back to school series. Today I'm going to be doing the classic what's in my school bag. I did one of these last year and I'm going to do another one this year because you guys seem to really like them and I have had a couple requests to do one, so yeah. So if you are an OG subscriber, then you will know that this is actually the same bag as I had last year. It's a My Pack and it's just in this black faux leather design like this, and I decided to just keep the same one this year because it hasn't broken. Nothing is wrong with it, so I didn't really see the point in buying a new one, and because it's black it means it goes with absolutely everything, which is great. So yeah, same bag as last year. I did check and they do still sell it on ASOS, so I will link it down below in the description. I do recommend it, but the only thing is, if you are like me and you're an A-level student and you have big binders or lever arch files or anything, then they don't actually fit in here, which sucks. But for everything else it is fine, so that's why I'm going to keep it this year. So just diving straight into it, I will start in the big pocket first, which just unzips from here. So the great thing about this bag is it has a laptop compartment at the back, which I don't actually use to put a laptop in. I don't take my laptop to school, but I do use it to put my books and notebooks in because it means that they don't get crushed under other stuff. And yeah, so firstly in there I just have a notebook. This is a pucker pad. If you watched my stationery haul then you will know that these are my favourite notebooks. I use them all the time, so I just have one in there. This one is fairly thin actually. I will have everything linked down below in the description if I can still find them on websites and stuff. So yeah, first thing is a notebook. Always need a notebook at A level. I then always have textbooks and school books and whatnot in here. Obviously it changes every day depending on which lessons I have and which things I have to give in, but for an example I just have one of my history textbooks. This one is just my Germany textbook, and I also have my year 2 biology textbook because if you don't know already, I take English literature, biology and history A level, so got that one in there as well. And then I also often have smaller books for English literature, so I just have my Hamlet textbook in here. Well, I say textbook, it's the actual Hamlet book. Yeah, this is just the Oxford one, and depending on which class I have, depends on which books I have in my bag. So if I had a Hamlet lesson, I'd bring this in. I'm sure you know what I'm saying anyway, but yeah. Also, I then have this tiny little notebook, and if you watch my stationery haul once again, you'll know that I'm going to be using this basically as a mini bullet journal, but just for my homework. Last year I did carry around my bullet journal in my bag all the time, and it's just not practical because as convenient as they are quite bulky and heavy sometimes. So this is my little homework book. Yeah, just A5 and white, and that goes with the rest of the books in the back pocket. I then have a water bottle. This isn't my usual water bottle, so this is just an example, but the actual water bottle that I use has disappeared off the face of the planet somewhere. So yeah, water bottle. I always take water to school because then you don't have to buy it, and it's important to stay hydrated, kids. Then I don't always have this in my bag. It depends on if I'm buying lunch at school or if I'm going home for lunch or things like that. But some days I will have a lunch box. This one is from the brand Systema, I think. I don't know, I got it from Dunelm Mill. As I said, if I can find things I will link them down below. But yeah, I do love this one because it has different compartments, as you can see, but it also is quite bulky and not always the best if you've got a full bag. Next I have my pencil case, and I haven't actually sorted through this yet, so this doesn't have my actual stuff in there, but yeah, I always take a pencil case. I'm always that organised person that has too much stationery on me. This one is from Paper Chase, but they don't sell it anymore, so I won't be able to link it down below, but I think there are similar things that you can find on the internet. But yeah, this is just a really nice compact size, and it is white and checked, which is my aesthetic if you can't tell. Next we have this bag, and I know this looks like the grubbiest and like the most torn apart bag, because it is, but I've had this for years, and basically this is my essentials bag, and in it I will just give you a quick overview of what I have in there. I have sanitary products, which I'm not going to pull out on camera, and then I also have things like hand sanitizer in there, got some hand cream, spare lip balm, some paracetamol, what else have I got in there, some plasters as well in case your shoes start rubbing, obviously some hair bubbles that are all tangled up together, and yeah, that's just kind of what I put in there. I'd really recommend having an essentials bag like that in your bag, because you never know when you're going to need those things, and or other people are going to need those things. That's what happens most of the time. But yeah, can't really live without that. And then I also have an umbrella in there, because if you don't know, or if you can't tell, I live in the UK and it rains a lot here, so it is pretty disastrous if you get caught out without an umbrella. So yeah, I always have this in my bag. I also have a spare umbrella in my locker at school just in case, because you never know. Then moving on to the front pocket here, we just have a little one like this, and in there I just have this kind of thin purse. It fits really well in the front of my bag, and in here I just have money, my card, that kind of thing. And then I always have my phone in this front pocket as well. I don't put it in my pockets of clothes or anything, because I know that I will just end up sitting on it, and I know I'll get questions about this. So this case here is from Skinny Dip, just has peaches on it. I really like it, it's really cute. Then I have headphones as well, which as usual are quite tangled. Oh no, actually they're not. They're from the brand Studio, and they are just this really cute white colour with rose gold on them. And yeah, always have those in my bag for when I'm walking to school and listening to music and stuff. And then I have a packet of tissues, because you never know when you're going to need tissues. This mirror is the most convenient thing ever. It's one of those ones that just flip up like that, and then it also has a brush. Everyone always seems to need a mirror, so this is probably one of the biggest essentials in my bag. Yeah, good to have one of those, and it's nice and compact as well. And then I have my keys as well, which I keep in there, and this also has my USB on it as well. Then I always carry a packet of gum just for after lunch or after eating, etc. This is just the green one, it's my favourite. Then I always have a lip balm. If you know me, you know that I apply a lip balm 5,000 times a day. That's not even an exaggeration, and I'm always looking for my lip balm, which is why I have my main one in my front pocket, and then I also have 2 spare ones I saw in my essentials bag. So yeah, can't live without lip balm, so that is always with me. And then lastly, I normally have a bar of some sort in this front pocket. This is just one from Aldi, I think. It's a pecan pie raw fruit and nut bar. I get hungry really easily, so having things like this in my school bag is an absolute essential, because it's just one of those things that you can snack on quickly and easily, and it fills you up. So I normally have at least one of these in my bag at one time. So yeah, that was everything that is in my bag. As you can see, it's now empty. But before I go, as I mentioned earlier, this video is very kindly sponsored by Squarespace. So Squarespace is an all-in-one platform that allows you to really easily create a website, a domain, or an online store. They have loads of really cool templates on their website that mean if you are like me and you are not tech savvy in the slightest and have no idea when it comes to things like web design, you can get the look that you want for your website without all the complicated faff. You can also set up or transfer a domain, or you can set up an online store where you can really easily manage your inventory, orders and products. Any idea you have for a website, a domain or an online store, you can make it with Squarespace. So head to squarespace.com to start your free trial, and when you are ready to launch, use the link that I will put on screen now and will also be in the description for 10% off your first purchase. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to like, subscribe and follow my social media, which will be linked down below in the description. Bye guys!